We're visiting with Giants Blake Sabol, who came over in the Rule 5 draft. Blake, you had your career basically with the Pittsburgh Pirates, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And you were drafted by the Cincinnati Reds, and then 30 minutes later you find out you're being traded to the Giants? What was that like?
It was a whirlwind. It was a crazy, hour and a half or so. I went from being with one organization to thinking I was going to go play in Cincinnati and have a chance at making the big league roster there. And, shortly thereafter, I found out that I got to come back to the West Coast, which is, ultimately, a big goal for me.
You're originally from the West Coast?
Yeah, I'm from Southern California.
Oh, okay. What part?
Aliso Viejo. It's in Orange County.
Oh,
so 20 minutes from Ranger Stadium.
Spent a lot of time living in Ontario, Chino area myself.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, being a Rule 5 draft, obviously, there's you really have no idea where you're going to end up. Really, if you make the club here, you stay. And how does that work? You have to stay the whole year.
Yeah, so I have to be on the 26-man active roster for me to stay with the Giants for the entire season. If at any point they want to take me off the 26-man, then I have to be able to get put on waivers, and then any other team in the league can then pick me up, still under Rule 5 rules.
You don't automatically go back to Cincinnati, or?
No, so I wouldn't go back to Cincinnati. If I clear waivers, then I get offered back to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay.
And then so the Pirates would then have the opportunity to pay, I believe, $50,000 for my contract back, and then I'd be ultimately a normal minor leaguer at that point with options. And then if the Pirates don't want to pay that fee, then I would then go with the Giants to their AAA team.
So now you, last year, you played in AAA.
Yep.
And you had a pretty good season. You hit the ball well. Noticed in batting practice yesterday, you really put some pop on the ball. Is that your strength, is line drives, or are you more of a gap-to-gap hitter? Or?
I try to be as well-rounded on the offensive side of the baseball as possible. I think the biggest thing for me that I have to prove here is that I can stick behind the plate and show that I can, help contribute to wins as a defensive player as well, which is something that the Giants have helped me immensely with. And even the Pirates, the last couple seasons, I took 3 years off catching after college and was able to get back behind there and still do pretty good job receiving. And so now it's just trying to improve the throwing and get the blocking and receiving up to standards for the pitchers and develop relationships with the guys here. But yeah, offensively, I feel like last year I had 7 bunt hits and 19 homers. So I try to be able to do everything.
And you were played in the AFL this year and played in the championship game. I noticed your name's still out there on the board. Still, after a few months, still got it out there. Now, at that time, you were with the Pirates.
Yes.
And so, what is? Have they given you any specifics as far as what to expect in this camp? Or
I'm playing for a job here. So we got 4 guys that Cap and Fawn are we're all competing, but for us we're not taking it as a competition head-to-head necessarily. We're all just trying to get here and get each other better. So I've had a lot of help from Austin Wins. Roberto Perez is taking some time to give me some tips too, and so we're all in this together. At the end of the day, we're all just trying to help the Giants win games. So it's more of a team thing, and whatever happens.
Now you bring some versatility because you're also a corner outfielder. So that gives you a possibility. The Giants love versatility and moving guys around. And so are you going to be playing some outfield too here in the spring, or specifically limited to catching?
Cap told me that he wants me to focus more behind the plate for the spring. They know as an organization that I'm able to get out in the outfield if need be. Have my first base glove with me as well in case that is needed. But they view me as a catcher, so I'm trying to get out here and do my best I can behind the plate because that's ultimately the roster spot that I'm going for.
Okay, because the Giants' first base is a position that they're kind of putting some new guys there really this year. So see Johnson.
It's just like you look around the league, like I see the Dodgers for example. You got a bunch of guys who are versatile as well. Cody Bellinger, MVP, who was he still was running around the outfield, he played some first base. So it's kind of where new school baseball is. You have to be able to play multiple spots, be flexible, and for me, I'm very confident of that, and so it just helps coach get me in the lineup anyway.
Right. Now, did you get any major league call up at all with the Pirates?
No, I have not.
Nothing September.
So
okay.
It would be my major league debut this year.
Great. Well, who's one player that you would say if you could say my game resembles as a hitter? Who would you say that would be?
It's hard to think of a player comp for me. Growing up, I was very similar in stature to like Christian Yelich and stuff. So my older brother played with Yelich and travel ball, so I had some comparisons there. As far as like a player, I'd say like Dalton Varsho is kind of a similar guy to me. Where he's running around the outfield and he obviously can catch as well and a good hitter. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. So I feel like I'm a unique type of ball player.
Yeah, well, the Giants could definitely use another left-handed bat.
Yeah.
So
I have to get running to a meeting.
We wish you the best and have a great season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.